Hello, everyone. Welcome to the latest episode of We Fixed Real Estate. Today we have Fred Glick on the show, your real estate realist, and we have René Pérez,
And
your real estate pricing savant and budding restaurant critic, who's on site in Chicago at, where is this, René? CosMc.
Sorry, as you see in the background here, I'm not showing my face here, but I'm at the new McDonald's spinoff, CosMc. So it's about an hour west of Chicago, actually.
What is this, like a upscale coffee shop, right? They're just starting to compete with Starbucks.
Exactly. You're exactly right, Fred.
Yeah.
So McDonald's realized, so people don't know this, right? But a lot of how McDonald's makes their money is not on the actual burgers, but it's on owning the real estate and franchising out the space.
If you saw the movie, you'd know that.
Oh, I didn't see the movie.
Yeah.
So I probably should watch that movie.
Yeah.
But anyhow,
Saved you 2.5 hours.
they realized, look, we don't actually have to have an interior space. We can just have these drive-through panels. And as you can see here, it's 4 drive-through panels?
Oh, so there's no interior. You can't eat inside.
Yeah, there's no interior. But there's no interior, and I'm still not going to be able to eat anything because it's a 3-hour wait time.
It's
I don't know if you guys, it's a really bad video.
How do they queue up the cars for 3 hours?
Oh, because it's in the loop. There's like a circle. I can drive around too. Let me see. Oh, I can zoom in.
How ridiculous for a cup of coffee just because it's made by McDonald's. McDonald's is not exactly known for its quality.
Well, we'll add a link to the full menu on the podcast, but they have some nice funky things like some churro almond lattes and just
more sugary crap.
Oh, I thought this was a health food thing. I thought they did like quinoa bowls.
Oh, no. So McDonald's is trying to do this thing where like they just bring back, well, it's like astronomical, right? Like just universe, just like things you wouldn't find in your regular suburbs.
All right. So here's the real estate question. We all know there's the Starbucks effect. When Starbucks opens, the value of real estate allegedly goes up because there's more people with more money, and Starbucks knows this. I don't think there's going to be any kind of a bump because the McCafe or whatever the heck it is, and
The CosMc
opening around the corner, CosMc. If anything, it's going to be more traffic, so it's going to be worse. So that's the real estate poke on this.
Yeah, that's a good question to ask. So there you go.
Well, we always ask the good real estate questions.
Yeah.
And
we do know it's always about location. So
there you go.
Now, these people do they serve like dinner food?
Yeah. So they have like, I actually don't know the full menu because I was just going to try it out as I got here. But so they have like just like chicken wings, but with like different sauces that are just not common, or like fries with cheese and have a plain. I think there's a plain.
Whoa!
Just showcasing the 3-hour wait time for the CosMc.
So we got our man. We got our man on the scene.
Yeah, man on the scene.
So I got a dare for you. Go up to the first person in line and see if they'll order you some food and you can pay them.
Yeah, okay. $10-20. You order something. Let's walk up there.
Wait.
I'll do that.
Yeah. Dare is to actually get in their car and go through the drive-through with them.
The problem is I'm not sure Drew's going to bail me out. So let's see.
You're on your own, dude. And to the contrary, I had a problem with an old MacBook Pro, and I decided I couldn't find the answer on Google. So I went over to my local Apple store 4 days before Christmas. And the guy said, well, walk-ins, we can help you. It's going to be about 4 hours.
Will there be any? Did you already order? Oh, I was going to say if there's any way that you could order for me. Pay you extra.
Go to the next guy.
No, all right. Thanks, man.
You tell them you're live on a real estate podcast from California.
Oh, yeah.
30,000
give them a
streamers.
spiel.
I don't think she already ordered. I don't think they're interested. Well, the problem was that the guys in the front would have done it. The lady after wasn't so happy.
Is there only one drive-through for all those cars?
No, there's multiple. but
Oh, okay. Not
I
like
think I
Sonic.
tried.
You
much, you know?
tried.
I tried. I
I
wanted
admire your
my efforts.
goodness to
Chutzpah.
take it there.
Yeah.
If I had a nice little microphone, probably would have worked out better.
Yeah, if you look
Yeah.
over like on the beat reporter,
Yeah. If I,
Yeah,
you know what the problem is? I'm not wearing my suit.
that's it. You didn't
Yeah.
suit for the occasion, but you do look
So-
like you're in Chicago.
Okay. All right.
we
I'm going
need
to take out the camera.
Arriva Media hats.
Yeah,
Arriva.tv. There you go. I think we own that.
we do. You do. I don't.
Probably. Anyway.
So you were hanging out at the Apple store. I have a similar story, but so 4 days ago, what happened?
Me?
Yeah, you were at the
Me
Apple
4
store
days
4
ago?
years. Yeah.
Oh, no. I was there today.
Oh shit, I was there yesterday. Okay.
Yeah, you had your hell yesterday. I don't even want to, let's not even talk about that on the podcast. But because I don't want you to cry. But yeah, I left the Apple store in Manhattan Beach, which is not near the beach. It's up, in case you don't know it, it's on Sepulveda in the shopping center. So I ran a couple errands and then I came back here. And I'm in I guess a mall, whatever you call these things now, where they just have a bunch of stores, but not an inside mall, an outside. And it's pretty damn quiet for 4 days before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I was in the mall where Apple store was, pretty quiet, but it's middle of the day on a Thursday. So I don't know if that means anything for retail sales, and retail sales drive economies. And I'm thinking the retail sales are not going to be as good as they think.
Really?
And yeah, it just smells that way, which is great for interest rates. That's it.
If
I
it's,
think we're headed for some kind of a softy kind of landing, which will lead the Fed to lower rates. And if you listen to our last podcast, you know that just the Fed lowering rates doesn't mean on that day the mortgage rates go down. They trade every day and they keep heading down. So it's going to be interesting, but that's the economics lesson for the day.
anecdotally in San Diego, I was at the Apple store yesterday too, getting my screen fixed. It was like one of those things where I had to download an update, then wait 15 minutes. And there's never a time frame where I knew I was going to be there for 3 hours. I always had this expectation of leaving 15 minutes later because I just watched the phone load. 3 hours later, I got to leave. So I had a good long experience. That Apple store was busy. It was very busy.
Buyers or repairs or,
The way they have all the people needing help in the back of the store and all the people actually purchasing stuff in the front. But I did not see a whole lot of new Apple bags go out the back.
Interesting. I think you would think everybody's buying the Apple Watch. But
Yeah.
that's, we don't have to hit on that stupid problem. They'll fix it.
But if I can tell by all the Amazon drivers driving up and down my street, people are
Oh yeah, that's busy. Yep, they're ordering, but they're not
People are-
going to malls.
But this lot of-
Which leads, we're going to have this crisis with office buildings when the refinance has started and they're starting to turn into residential finally. But we're going to have an issue with stores. People just don't go to the store. What do you need to if you don't have to? Mm-hmm. It's not an experience anymore. Santa, whatever. That's about the only reason, but you do a virtual. I heard about this virtual Santa thing where you literally can have Santa in your backyard with VR.
Really? Just like Tupac?
Yeah, exactly. Same kind of thing. So you can bring the kids out back and have Santa interact with them. So what do you need them all for? Take a picture, Photoshop, put your kids on Santa. You don't have to take them to the mall anymore.
The Sears at our local mall just turned into a pickleball club.
There you go.
There's many courts.
Pretty smart.
Couple stories of pickleball courts.
So, as the world does, everything changes. So you keep up with the changes. What's going to be? How's this affect residential real estate? People are going to stay home more.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to spend more hours in their house. Like we saw that obviously when we had the pandemic, but kind of now seems to be a spread towards, hey, I'll just stay home, make my house nicer, which makes more people in demand for staying there, which makes more people want to buy houses, which is going to drive the prices of real estate up, up, up. Hello.
Yeah.
That's your economics lesson for the day and the prediction. It's just going to keep going. We've had a couple buyers this week doing $100,000 under list, claiming blah, blah, blah. You don't care. They laughed at us. They countered us at full price because they know there's going to be, after the spring market, which starts in the middle of winter in California, after the first, slowly houses will come back, new houses will come up, but they'll get eaten up because there's plenty of buyers. That's really, really what it's going to amount to. So I don't want to keep boring you guys with all this stuff, but, be prepared, know what you want, get as much information as you can, and of course, use us and get a rebate.
Yeah. I do have
the rebates haven't gone away.
I do have a question that came up in our, one of the comment streams. We talk a lot about savvy buyers and, seasoned buyers. What advice do you have for a first-time buyer who may be renting right now, who is considering maybe getting into another 1-year lease?
Getting into a 1-year lease depends what state you're in. Like in California, you sign a lease, but if you want to get out of it, you kind of can. And the landlord is pressured by law to try to re-rent it for you. Mm-hmm. So if you can, you're looking for a house, you find a house, here's the thing, you settle in September on the house, you don't have an October mortgage payment, first payment's November. So if you go in September, you got the contract in August, you tell your landlord, look, I'll be out by the end of October. Give them 60-day notice. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. So there's some other states. So sorry, Fred, but so when you get on a lease contract, there's an actual part of the contract where you can state that you can actually break the lease if it's because you're purchasing a home. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Mm. Keep it transparent from the start. Like, hey, look, I want to rent. I'm probably going to be here for a year, but can we write the contract up, or it's
allowed to get out with 60-day notice or something like that. Yeah,
correct.
I think the bottom line is read your lease, talk to your landlord, get it in writing. Get it in writing, get it in writing, get it in writing. Everything in real estate must be in writing. Can I repeat myself a million times for that? Get it in writing. I don't care what state it is, get it in writing. Signed by both parties. So that's the key to it. Make it, even though it's an email, make that email an addendum to the contract, to the original lease contract, and have both parties digitally sign it. So that you have ironclad, nothing they can do to you. They can't play with your security deposit when you move. But yeah, I mean, there are people who could get, 6 months within month to month. Mm-hmm. If you're thinking of buying, that's kind of the ideas to do. Mm-hmm. So again, check with your local whomevers for whatever state you're in. But
in California, with those, the starter home landscape right now may have not gone up as high, but rent versus buy for a first-time buyer. What's your thoughts on that? 2024.
If you're even rents are starting to come down a little, but they're not dropping like $500 a month kind of drops. They're $100 a month kind of drops. So rents are basically about the same. The nicer buildings are going to get a little more money. In the rent versus buy calculation, you can Google it. The New York Times did the most amazing, full, complete, digital numerical thing on comparing rent versus buy. You got to take your tax return, compare, if you're going to itemize, compare it to standard deduction because of the interest deduction, the tax deduction. So you got to do all the numbers. But aside from that, you're building equity. You're paying the mortgage every month. It's paying principal down. You're going to be there 20 years. It's great. You're going to have equity. Rent, obviously, you don't have equity. And the ability to get in. They made it a little bit simpler. Up to 1,148,700, I think is the number. You can get in literally with as little as 3% down, sometimes nothing down. Problem is, there's 20 people looking at that house, and half of them are putting 20% down. So for the neighborhood that you can find that nobody wants to live in, I'm going to give it to you, where there is no competition, and you can get yourself a house that's decent for under $500,000 in California.
That's a
wait for it. The Palm Springs area. Why?
Huh.
Well, everybody at the pandemic said, I'm out of here. I can go out to Palm Springs, Joshua Tree, Yucca Valley, whatever, and chill and get away from everybody. And then I can Airbnb it. Well, everybody decided they were going to Airbnb it. So guess what? The local old time homeowner, nasty old people decided with everybody they put in office is no more Airbnbs unless you get these like super special licenses. So, I mean, there is a gazillion properties. Go in Redmond, type in Palm Springs, 3-bedroom up to $500,000. You'll see a ton of listings.
Wow.
Now, I shouldn't really say this because they probably get a ticket for it, but I was there Monday. I went from there to basically downtown LA in an hour and a half.
Speedster.
No traffic on the 10. No traffic. Not that that's going to happen all the time. It's about 3 weeks to get out there on a Friday afternoon, but you want to buy a house, and guess what? You live there a couple of years, things start coming back. They maybe loosen up the Airbnb rules. You can have it as an investment property down the road, or you can make a profit when the profits are back and then flip it to get another house somewhere else. But there's an idea for you kids, Palm Springs. And we might as well throw a few ads from there, Drew, next year just for fun.
Yeah. No, that's a great idea. I mean, that's you got that little tramway right up to the mountains.
Yeah, let me throw this out because it's going to talk about it later. And I'm wearing this hat specifically if you can see it. It says, can you see what it says?
Ballroom Marfa.
That's correct. Okay. Ballroom is the name of some designer place. I don't even know what it is. It's some fancy design place. But Marfa, Texas is like this cool Texas place. And I speak of Texas because we are licensed there, but we weren't active. Beginning next year, we're going to get back to being active. Talk about affordability. We're going to start in Dallas because it's all over the map. There's regular houses that you can get at decent prices still. And there's really nice houses you can get. And it's a strange market compared to California, but it's still a pretty busy market. And we started last year in Austin, Texas. It didn't work out. We just couldn't get any traction there for some reason, but I think we're going to be really good to do basically Dallas. So that's where we're going to start. So we'll be in Texas. We're also doing mortgages in Texas. So that's 7, whatever the Fannie Mae limit is there. I don't know if they have a higher level limit, but we're always competitive in the mortgage space for Fannie Mae loans.
Is this the conforming limits?
Yeah, conforming limits. But if you go to conforminglimits.com, you can look anywhere in the United States in each county or MSA what the limit is. So go to conforminglimits.com, look up Dallas, Texas, and it'll tell you what a 1, 2, 3, or 4 unit maximum Fannie Mae mortgage is.
Or you can go to .com/mortgage and find that fancy new table we created.
There you go. And you can do your mortgage app. And we do custom rate quotes. We don't have a machine automated interest rates. We like to do it. You give us the information. We'll dig out and run around and look at the programs, what we can do. And then we'll ping you and maybe have a conversation, a Google Meet or something. So we do the mortgages a little different. Also, there is no good consumer facing way of getting the exact interest rate you need. One of these days we get around to building it. We'll do that. But right now, it's like the MLS. And a loan officer has control. It sucks. But the MLS, you don't have access to agent notes or lockbox codes, stuff like that. Same with the MLS. You don't know the exact rate. We can give you a ballpark rate based on blah, blah, blah. But I mean, sale price, loan amount, loan to value, credit score, type of property. Yeah. There's a million different things to figure out what a rate is. There's no such thing as what's your rate today. Because here's an example of that. Today I quoted a guy. He was looking to purchase a property. And I quoted him like 5 7/8, great, or 5.99. But then he says, I want to refinance my other property first. It's a condominium, cash out refi. That added up so much extra. It was 6.875. So it's a whole point higher because he's doing cash out refi. That was a condominium.
Mm.
So that's why there's no such thing as the rate. You have to dig into the details to find out what the rates actually are.
That's an important thing for people to realize, because I do see
Yeah.
all these mortgage calculators and all this stuff, and you got to take that with just like there's an idea, but it's probably going to be, it could be a whole point and a half different.
Yeah, you just don't know. Your credit score, 739 is different from 740. 699 is different than 700. And they take the middle credit score of the lowest. If there's two of you, be the lowest of the two. So they're always working on the worst score. Well, no, I think they changed it so that they only take 2 scores or something instead of 3. And I don't know. There's some new calculation now. I can't remember what it is. But also, your credit score, if you go for a car loan, if you check it online or you go for a mortgage, 3 different credit scores. Because they all have their different ways of calculating it. The car guys are going to be higher because they want to push it out.
Yeah, you got
Mortgage company's going to be more conservative, and your personal credit score is probably somewhere in the middle if you just go look online and experience. So credit scores are fun and complicated.
Yeah. Yeah. So going into 2024, Texas, you're in Texas.
Texas.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Buy a home for $97.50.
I can't believe an Eagles fan
$7.50.
is going to Dallas, but yes.
You'll be incognito with your ballroom.
And I know I just started this podcast with McDonald's, but the real reason why that was important was because we're also going to be in Illinois. So we're finalizing, and Chicago has properties that are in the $2 million ranges easily too, right? So
there's a lot in the suburbs, and I'm spacing on the name of right in front of the first street next to the lake. Michigan. I forget my Chicago.
Yeah,
okay, because that's got a bunch of condos there that are high priced. So
yeah, right.
You know what?
Right
I'll just go up to Mendocino and ask Oprah.
Oh yeah,
She'll fill me in
Should.
Chicago.
Could do that.
Not a problem. I know where she hangs.
So where are you in line now, Renee? Are you any closer?
I am actually going. I'm on the road now, and I'm going down to close to St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, you abandoned the mission.
I've abandoned the mission of getting some nice, and sugary drinks. Yeah.
Yeah.
We just couldn't wait there for 3 hours.
No, I wouldn't.
I think you'll never be able to taste the coffee. They probably use cheap instant coffee, and they throw so much sugar crap on top of that. You don't know what it tastes like.
Yep. Yeah. No, probably.
Good formula.
And,
good place. Good place to get diabetes.
It's okay. And, 10 years from now, doctors will figure out a way to get rid of them.
Yeah, they have Ozempic now, and it'll be Ozempic Plus. Get skinny with no diabetes.
Yeah, I need some of that actually. That'd be nice.
It's fun in LA to just look at people and say, Ozempic or not?
I'm sure we should dare Fred to do that on live video, asking people.
So Ozempic or not?
Yeah.
Just get to skinny people and say, Ozempic or not?
Yeah.
It is all the rage. I was at a holiday party the other day, and people were talking about how much they pay. What is it, like $750 a week?
To cheat on a diet is what they're doing to you without the ideas of the long-term effects of it. Yeah, good luck, dudes.
Don't quote me on that quote.
Yeah, but you know what?
Expensive.
It's up to me, legalize all drugs at this point. It's just insane. Like, bring back over-the-counter Quaaludes. Come on. This stuff is just getting a little ridiculous.
You're just remembering the good old days.
Yeah, and that holiday spirit.
Any departing words? Not departing, but last words for this episode number 9 of We Fixed.
The only thing wrong that I saw today is that the planes at LAX were taking off to the east instead of the west. So the wind is coming from the east to that airport. So it's all weird here.
Oh yeah, that'd be offshores.
Yeah, it's not offshore. It's onshore winds.
Oh wow. And you're supposedly getting what, 4 inches of rain tonight?
Are we? Oh, goody.
Yep.
That's what I want. Well, we need it. And then it's to be actually sunny and 60 something for Christmas Day. Better than last year. It was typhoon season.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, Renee, enjoy that.
That's all we got. Everybody relax and come back next year and, refi, purchase. It'll be busy. So
Rock and roll.
Yep, exactly. Renee from the road. Anything more?
Nothing for the road other than happy holidays, happy New Year. And we'll see you
We'll see you in the 24.
Sounds good.
Where the most important number will be 14, but I won't even go into that. You figure it out. That will be the number of the year.
Oh, gosh. Now I gotta. Okay. I'll be Googling.
Okay.
Talk to you guys later.
All right. Yep. Cheers.